Hi, boys and girls. This is Miss Mumford, and today we're going to be reviewing adjectives and adverbs, and then you're going to take a little quiz. So your goal for today's lesson is you're going to be able to find the adjective and or the adverb in some sentences. Let's review. An adjective, remember, it describes a noun. So now remember, noun is a person, place, or thing. So for example, if I was talking about the cupcake, what words could I use to describe that cupcake? I could say sweet cupcake, delicious cupcake. So remember, adjectives are words that describe a noun. Adverbs are used to describe how a verb was done. And remember, a verb is an action word. It can tell how often the verb happened. It can tell where the verb happened. It can tell when a verb happened. So, for example, how a verb was done. The chef cooked happily. How did the chef cook? Cooked happily. In the sentence, the chef cooked daily. How often did the chef cook? Remember, cooked was the verb, and she cooked daily. Where it happened, the chef cooked outside. Where did the chef cook? Cooked outside. And the chef cooked yesterday. Cooked being the verb. Where did he or when did he cook? Yesterday. Remember, if the word is about a noun, it is talking about an adjective. So if a word is talking about a noun, describing that noun, it is an adjective. If the word is about a verb, it is an adverb. And I underline verb in there. So think about it. Remember, verb are action words. So if the word they're asking about is talking about a verb, it is going to be an adverb. So if you remember that, I think you'll do fine on this quiz. Let's practice. One of the questions is, what is the adjective in the sentence below? I'm going to read the sentence. The fat cat ran down the street. I'm going to give you some options. Is the adjective the cat? And let's think about the word cat. What is a cat? What part of speech would that cat be? Is it a noun, a verb, an adverb? So that's kind of how you have to talk yourself through this. A cat, remember, is a noun because it's a thing, an animal. So cat wouldn't be an adjective because remember our clue, an adjective describes a noun. So it can't be a noun. Here's your second clue. Word, down. What is down? So remember, adjectives describes a what? Talks about a noun. So is the word down a noun? Would it be talking about a noun? It's not in that sentence. Fat is adjective is the adjective fat. Is that describing a noun? Let's look at the other choice just to be sure before we decide. And the last choice, street. So what is the adjective in the sentence below? We know cat is a noun. You know, street is a noun, so we can eliminate those two. So what word is describing something in this sentence? The fat cat ran down the street. So look at the noun in that sentence, which is cat is a noun and street is a noun. So the word fat is describing the cat. So we know that the adjective to describe cat is fat. So our adjective in that sentence is fat because it's describing the cat. Let's look at another one. What is the adverb in the sentence below? The boy walked slowly up the steep hill. And remember, an adverb describes a verb, which is an action. So what word is describing how I did something? Here are your choices. Boy, slowly, steep, up. What word is describing how I did an action? And I'll read the sentence again. The boy walked slowly up the steep hill. First of all, I'm going to look for the verb in that sentence. That might help me. So what's the verb in this sentence? If you said walked, you are correct. That is an action word. So think about this. How did I walk? Or how did the boy walk? He walked slowly. So slowly is describing the verb, how I did that action. Slowly would be my adverb in this sentence. Let's do one more for practice. What is the adjective and adverb in the sentence below? So now I'm looking for two things. So I'm going to need two answers. The runner quickly raced down the long track. Let's look for the adjective first. So we're looking for a word that talks about the noun. So let's look at all the nouns in the sentence. Runner is a noun. Track is a noun. So what word is talking about one of those nouns? Then the verb in the sentence. Let's look at the verb. Raced is the verb because that's an action. And remember, the adverb talks about the verb. So think about how I raced. Think about the track. And then let's look at our choices because we're going to have to pick two answers. So let's look at our answer choices first. Long, quickly, track, down. So let's look at the adjective first. Remember, the adjective describes the noun. And we said the noun was the track or the runner. So the runner doesn't really, they're not really saying anything about the runner. They said how the runner ran. So that's the verb. So we go into our adverb. So how did the runner run? Or how did he race? He raced quickly. So quickly will be my adverb. That is how he ran. That is the verb. He raced quickly would be the adverb. And then the adjective would be describing a noun. And we said our nouns were runner and track. So is there a word describing any of those things? I only see the runner. That's not describing it. What about the track? What do we know about the track from this sentence? We know that that track is long. So long is the adjective in that sentence. So my two answers would be long and quickly. So now it's your turn to show what you know. You're going to complete the quizzes assignment in Google Classroom. Remember to talk yourself through it. Remember the adverb is going to describe the verb or the action. An adjective is going to describe a noun in the sentence. Take your time, read the directions, read the sentences carefully, and do your best.